comes to Themba, there's also this thing of Thato. It might be getting
before me and Themba into an altercation since heat coming up.
Come, bro, we want to discuss stuff. You're sleeping for an hour, everybody took 30 minutes.
GASH1 definitely saw this fight coming long before now. Hey! Alright guys, we're going to be talking about the big fight between GASH1 and Themba. It was actually loud some early hours of today when these guys were busy planning about their weekly wager task, and Themba lost his cool on GASH1. Guys, I'm going to be talking about all that in this video. And guys, I'm going to be talking about GASH1 and Thato's prosperity, property, marriage conversation in this video. Guys, to get the best of this video, you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell. Guys, this is going to be another audio version of an update of what's happening in Biggie's house. Guys, if you're new to the channel, you guys just do the needful. You know how I do it. I love to keep it real. So I'm going to be taking this conversation. You know how I do it. I like to share the story right from the last story that I shared. So guys, this housemate literally woke up and the normal gym workout session, it was really a hard one today because GASH1 took the workout session. We saw a lot of this housemates not even responding, like it was a tight tummy talk exercise. And then afterwards we saw the housemates sitting around, hanging around, having big conversations about their task. And guys, Nali became the topic of today again. For some reason, Terry has always been talking about Nali, and this time she also raised the conversation, and she and Chuz were literally talking about how Nali slept for almost 7 weeks in the house straight because she felt like it was not a big deal until Biggie actually talked about it. So it was more like Nali was like the lazy kind of person, sleeping kind of person, just like GASH1. And you guys, you know, today it was quite interesting because guys, before now, I think yesterday in the diary session, GASH1 actually explained to Biggie that it looks like the H2H thing is getting into Themba, like, and then that wasn't the only time GASH1 talked about Themba. GASH1 actually shared about Themba. Let's listen to what GASH1 actually told Thato.
Altercation. I sense heat coming up.
So guys, from this conversation, GASH1 had already insinuated that he feels the heat is coming. The heat is coming. So, I mean, literally, it was more like he was expecting this to come. And it didn't take long for this prediction to become a reality. So earlier today, we actually saw Themba scream, "Hey, GASH1, you need to wake up, stop sleeping. You and Thato come out so that we could do our things." And it was just the loud way at which Themba did it that made it look like a real big fight, because we saw Themba leave his H2H seat and walk furiously into the summer night room, and you know, he literally screamed GASH1 out of bed, you know, and then Thato had to stylishly, let me just use that word, stylishly walk into you know, where they were having their meeting for their weekly wager task. And guys, we also saw GASH1 sluggishly get out of bed, and he told Themba to take a chill pill. He got dressed, got ready, and you know, we now saw them having a conversation, and Themba was actually talking about that since Biggie has been stealing the items, that they think it is better. So guys, now I just want to use the word stealing because Themba literally said that it's Biggie that is responsible for what has been missing. So in their heads, they feel like a ninja is in the house that is stealing the items. They're not suspecting each other, guys, because literally when Biggie gives this kind of task, he expects them to fight each other because one person is suspecting one person. So we actually saw this come because with Thato exposing Biggie's strategy and Biggie's prank, it's obvious that this housemate won't fight against each other, considering the stealing, lose items missing in the house kind of thing. So that was kind of demonstrating what they need to do. Maybe they have to tie the items with their blankets. I'm like, I don't really get that idea. I don't know how that is going to stop your things from getting missing. Anyways, afterwards, you know, while these guys were still talking about their weekly wager task, we saw GASH1 join them and they continued their conversation. And guys, the interesting part of the whole thing was Themba was able to put his head straight. Like, you know, a lot of these housemates have been talking about how Themba gets to lose his cool, how he gets angry easily, how he talks in a very harsh manner. And it was quite very interesting and very matured, you know, of Themba to actually walk up to GASH1 and say, guy, I'm apologizing, I'm sorry, I was frustrated. I think the H2H thing is really getting to him. The stress of trying to deliver, making sure they don't lose the weekly wager task is what I think is really getting to Themba. So we actually saw him apologize to GASH1, and I was like, yeah, cool, these dudes are back together. We thank God the fight isn't going to be continuous, but for some reason I still feel like this altercation, there might still be a repeat. We don't know who is going to come from, but we're keeping our fingers crossed with these two in the house. So subsequently, guys, we're just seeing this housemate do more of read their stories to each other. The stories have been coming out well. We've been listening to beautiful story sessions from Thato to Mpo to even Themba. All of them have been sharing beautiful stories. And guys, this weekly weather task, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping that we have a beautiful experience. And at the end of the day, maybe this housemates get to actually win. And guys, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to this GASH1 and Themba fight, I think people like Tools were actually happy that they actually fought, because the look on Tools' face was kind of, there was this mischievous vibe in it that I felt like, hey, this dude is literally happy that these guys are having a messy time together. I don't know, but it's just me, in my normal way, thinking things over or overthinking things. So I'm just feeling in my head, maybe Themba and GASH1, like maybe all those housemates will be looking forward to see somebody really tackle GASH1, because they see Themba and GASH1 as cool. Now, guys, one other thing that is in my head as to why Themba is suddenly behaving this way, I feel like Themba maybe feels like GASH1 is maybe going to be withdrawn from him, because you guys know that Themba actually, before he won the H2H, had promised GASH1 that if he becomes the head of house, that he would definitely make GASH1 the deputy head of house. So for me, I think I'm kind of confused that it is Themba that is always losing his cool, or has been losing his cool, or has been trying to rub a little of his power status on GASH1. I'm kind of surprised that it's coming from Themba, because literally, if we were to look at it the other way, I think it is GASH1 that should be getting upset with Themba, because Themba is literally the person that promised something I didn't deliver at that promise. So what do you guys have to think about, what do you guys have to say rather about this Themba and GASH1 fights, friendship situation? Because for some days, weeks now, we've noticed that there's been a lot of detachment. We haven't seen them really have decent conversations. Right now, it looks like Themba is now closer to Libo, and Libo and GASH1 are not really close. So it's more like, from the conspiracy thing, Themba just like gradually moved away from GASH1 and is now closer to Libo and Tools, because it looks like the alliance from the conspiracy circle corner thing has just made their bond stronger. You guys, let me know your thoughts about the Themba and the GASH1 fight. And moving forward, I don't know what to expect from these guys. Sometimes these guys are predictable, sometimes they just go out of their way and do whatever they want to do. But hey, we're here for all the gist, we're here for all the whatever content they are going to be serving us. We're here, and of course I'll be back here to share regardless of what time it is that I'm sharing, but I'm definitely going to be sharing about whatever this guy is threw at us. You guys, this is just the situationship. And guys, moving forward to GASH1 and Thato's conversation, we actually heard Thato bring up this conversation. You guys know that they've been talking about wifey, marriage. There's been a lot of marriage plans. Thato and GASH1 has been talking about getting married, life partner, how many kids they like to have. We've heard more of this conversation from GASH1, so we know this guy is serious, is ready, and looks like Thato has, in her own way, accepted this marriage proposal, because that is definitely what I'm going to be calling it. So we actually saw Thato actually telling GASH1 that, from her community, that when the man and the wife is married, that automatically half of the man's property becomes the wife's property. And in my head, I'm like, is this like a warning signal to GASH1 to be careful not to make hasty decisions, because whatever decision he's taking, it probably would, I don't know, but this is just me thinking out loud. I don't know why Thato decided to bring up this topic, but hey, it is what it is. This is what they actually said today, and this is a conversation they've been having. And you guys, I'm just giving my fingers crossed for these two guys. For people like me, I think what they have is legit and real. What do you guys have to say about GASH1 and Thato's relationship or situationship right now? You guys, I think this is literally it so far in Biggie's house. I'll be back here with more updates on what's up in Biggie's house. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, I'm gonna see you all on another video. For now, thank you so much for your watch time. Ciao, ciao, guys.